Hello, everyone. Alright, hopefully the audio is working. Or hopefully the audio is working. Okay, so it seems to be good. And I have a feeling it's a little bit rough today because of other issues. I think I'll proceed on anyways because things are slowly starting to kick up a little bit, slightly, kind of. Not quite there yet. All the major things are not quite there yet, but we're starting to see hints of it. So, yeah. So, alright. Hi everyone, welcome to the Dramatical Murder livestream part 4, where we're playing this 10-plus-year-old game that I've played a couple dozen times already. Not a couple dozen. I've only played it like a few other times, but this is not my first time playing. And so I will have hindsight 2020, where I also have like insight and things from like side material. So like I have stuff from Reconnect, I have stuff from like big knowledge from other sources that I recall, as well as people that have made theories that are not necessarily mine, but like theories and connections that other people have already made. So, yeah. Yeah. So, let's get started. And yeah, one of the useful things as someone who has already played it a couple times is that I already have like all of the questions and stuff like that saved, so I can always scoot back easily. And yeah, I have a feeling there's a few times I might need to do that. So yeah. All right. Oh, and also real quick before I start, I just want to let you guys all know that next week is CitrusCon. So, and I will actually be running. Hang on, let me try to pull up a picture. Let me see if I'm able to. Do I have it? I think I may or may not have it downloaded. Okay, give me just a quick moment. Okay. All right, hopefully load. Okay, yes. Alright. Okay. It's gonna load the whole thing. And you know, this is gonna... Alright, so, hi everyone! Is my audio still? Okay, yes, okay. Sorry, this is a little scuffed at the moment, but yes. Hi, so if anyone is just now joining in, just wanting to let you know that next weekend I won't be streaming on Friday, and that is because I will be at CitrusCon! I'm not guesting or anything like that, but I will be running the citrusy BL manga game show. And hopefully it will be fun. It will be mostly about manga trivia, and there are going to be some fun and deep dives. And also, because it's CitrusCon, we can get spicy. So, I'm very excited that part. And also, I have a wonderful co-host with me, Laurel. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a great time. I hope people have fun. And yeah, so you should come to CitrusCon, because guess what? CitrusCon is a completely free and virtual convention, which means that A, you don't have to pay for a ticket, and B, you could attend it from anywhere in the world. You could attend it from your bedroom. You could, if you're crazy enough, you could listen into the panels while you're at work. I don't know why you would do that, but yeah. So, and also it's on the weekend. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, next Friday, the 27th, at the time here, it's 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, and I'm very excited for this. And CitrusCon also has, like, I will be honest, I think it's my favorite con right now. Partially because, you know, it's BL focused, and queer media focused, so already it's something that I'm interested in. And chances are, if you're watching me stream Dramatical Murder, probably a little bit interested in BL as well. So, and there's gonna be other, like, they're not like quote-unquote big guests when you take them out of the BL sphere, but like, there's several industry guests, there are several, like, there's a lot of cool people that are also going to be there. And also, like, other fun CitrusCon things. Like, as I mentioned, there's a game show here about manga. Specifically BL manga, including some very underrated series that I think people will find interesting. And using the game show as a way to recommend it will be very fun. And hopefully I will have a video out next week before CitrusCon. And if you decide to watch that video before the game show, that might help you a little bit. So, yeah. And I have rambled a little bit, kind of off-kilter, regarding CitrusCon. But, yeah. Come! It's free! It's online! I guess the one major thing to make note of is make sure you register before CitrusCon starts, because once CitrusCon starts, the Eventbrite link won't work anymore. And again, it's free. And it's online. You can attend it from anywhere. And you don't have to book a hotel. You don't have to, like, travel. You don't have to see people in person and, like, get in everyone's, like, body stank. And, like, it's, at the same time, it's also extremely, extremely fun if you're into BL. Obviously, if you don't care about any of the content at CitrusCon, it's not going to benefit you in any way, but for, like, if you are, I honestly think it's my favorite con now. Like, compared to any other con that I've gone to, like, I think currently right now is my favorite one because it just runs so well, and it's so convenient, and it's so fun if you're into BL. And queer media, because they also cover a little bit about queer media and Yuri as well. So, yeah. Alright. So, let me get back to Dramatical Murder. So, yeah, and that is why I won't be streaming next Friday. Alright. Okay, so, and let me make my little guy fit again. Yeah. Yeah, it covers up the next button. That's gonna happen every single time, I think. Alright, so after that, Kojaku and I head for Dry Juice's territory, the alleys in the east quarter off Yukisagi, peppered with abandoned restaurants and bars. This was meant to be a casual visit, but the closer we get to Dry Juice territory, the stranger things become. Okay, yeah, I think as I mentioned earlier, now this is when things are starting to kick off, potentially. Right. Normally, you'd see Dry Juice members hanging around, but today, the streets are deserted.
ガラガラだな。
あいつらの泊まり場、移動したのか？
そんなの聞いてねえけどな。
I have a bad feeling about this. We pick up the pace. When we reach the alley where they usually gather, we find it empty of life. Kojaku stops and catches me by the arm.
おい、
どうし、
I follow Kojaku's stare and freeze. They're gone. The Dry Juice tags on the wall have all been painted over in black.
なんて。
No way. Did some other gang beat them?
アバ、あれ見ろ。
Uh-oh. A new tag has been painted on the wall. Metallic wings and a heart surrounded by a halo. I recognize it.
モルヒネ。
Okay, so I have always been curious. CHNO. Does anyone... If someone who is also deep into dramatical murder, can you tell me why Morphine's logo is CHNO? Doesn't have anything to do with Toei. Doesn't have anything to do with, like, Usui, or the corporation, or tech, or Allmates, or anything like that. Why? Yeah. I don't know what CHNO means. If anyone knows, please let me know. Morphine took out Dry Juice?
神隠し。なバカな。
Kojaku's words make my heart skip a beat. That's right, those disappearances. I thought they were just an urban legend. Or maybe someone was screwing around. Dry Juice is the biggest rib gang in town. I'm sure they have plenty of enemies. It could be a gang trying to lay the blame on Morphine. That sounds more realistic than some kind of magical disappearance. Or they were kidnapped. But in that case, how could there be no one left?
おい、誰かいねえのかよ。おい。
I run through the alleyways, shouting at the top of my lungs. Yikes. No answer. Damn, what the hell is going on? I head toward a nearby alley, the one where Mizuki always hangs out. If Dry Juice members are anywhere, it'll be there. Or maybe not. I step into the alley, but it's deserted like the others. Even though I expected as much, it still sends a shiver up my spine. Ooh. At the back of the alley, the biggest dry juice tag has been painted over as well. Oh, this isn't good. What the hell is going on? I could always find Resachiic leaning on the wall in front of that tag. He'd greet me with a smile when I came by. I want to run away. It feels like I'm witnessing the ruin of something precious to me. But I force myself to look. Oh, there's blood too. Oops, I think... Okay.
ここもか。ひでえな。
なあ、これって。
なんだ。
Yep.
これ、血か。
Oh gosh, that's a lot of blood too. And like, there's also blood on the wooden planks too. Yikes. Okay. Okay, this is the first time I ever noticed it. But, you know this trash heap? I think that is the lowest quality piece of art I have ever seen in Dramatical Murder. Because that looks like nothing. It literally looks like a jumble and then sloppily painted over with lines. I have never noticed this before. A lot of things are extremely detailed, but this little pile of trash. Okay. Back to the bloody mess.
やっぱりそうだよな。
Though smudged and darkened by footprints, there's a blood splatter on the ground. There's blood splatter on the ground. It looks relatively fresh. Looking around, I notice shoe prints on the walls and debris scattered about, the signs of a struggle. The more I see, the more I realize that only one thing makes sense. Morphine did this, just like the story said. Disputes between rib gangs are common, but usually those end with a brawl and some tags getting scribbled out at worst. This is different. I feel malice in the air. This was the work of someone with a ruthless disregard for their enemy. What happened here? This alley was so full of life, it was a place where everyone got along, where you never had to be alone. You know, minus the street gang fights. That's why people joined the gang, even if it was only temporary. Here, people shared a bond. It was home. And now, there's nothing left.
くそ。やっぱ水木と連絡つかね
え。Kojaku looks up from his coil.
どうなってんだ。ここで何があったってんだよ、畜生。マジでモルヒネの仕業なのか？
水木。
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the situation when I hear footsteps at the entrance to the alley.
やあ、
Yep.
誰かと思ったら青葉さんでしたか。奇遇ですね。
やっほー、青葉。お前ら。
It's Virus and Trip.
なんでここに？
この辺りは我々が担当してるんですよ。
That's not a good sign.
ヤクザか。
Kojaku's eyes narrow. For Ripstees, like Kojaku, a pair of Yakuza walking around like they own the place isn't a pleasant sight.
お前ら双子か？似たような格好しやがって。
双子じゃねえから。
お前、こんなのとつるんでんのか？
つるんでるっつうか、知り合った時は別にヤクザじゃなかったし、公爵が島を出てた時だよ。
ええ、青葉さんとはそれなりに旧知の仲です。
Old chums.
そうそう、仕事関係ねえし。
同業者の中には横暴なのもいるようですが、俺たちはルール違反は犯しません。あくまで常識の範囲で行動してますので、以後よろしく。
ヤクザはヤクザだろうが、いいも悪いもねえんだよ。一度落ちたら骨の髄、血の一滴まで染み込むからな。
Oof. Okay. I realized. Okay. Yeah, if anyone knows Kojaku's backstory. Yeah, okay. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, and if we think about it, poor Kojaku actually has some of it literally stained on him physically. Virus and Trip exchange glances. Honestly, I'm surprised too by the rage in Kojaku's voice. Has he always had such an intense hatred of Yakuza? You'll find out!
でも、俺たちが言うのもなんですが、この島じゃヤクザも警察も大して変わりませんよ。そうでしょ？あなた、確かどこかのチームのヘッドですよね。何人か懇意にしている警察の人間がいるでしょ？
Okay, kind of missed half of that line. Okay, but on this island, there's hardly any difference between the Yakuza and the police. You know that, don't you?
警察の人間すべてが悪いってわけじゃねえからな。中には気のいい奴らもいる。
では、我々もその中に加えていただけるとありがたいです。気のいいヤクザとしてね。
Don't trust them! Don't.
ところで、ドライジュースって青葉さんのお友達のチームですよね。彼ら、縄張りの移動でもしたんですか？
Oh my god, you assholes. You gaslighting assholes. For anyone, spoilers, you know, because I have the spoiler tag up. Yeah, these two did take down, or at least Morphine did. And they are actually part of Morphine. So yeah, they did, or at least they had, them and their goonies had something to do with kidnapping Dry Juice. So, and yeah. So, yeah, don't be gaslighting the poor guy.
さっきから誰も見かけねえ。
Lies. Lies.
それがいなくなっちまった。
いなくなった。
俺たちも今来たばっかりなんだけど、ドライジュースのタグが全部塗りつぶされてて、代わりにモルヒネのタグが書かれてる。
モルヒネ。
Virus rubs his chin thoughtfully.
モルヒネってあの空想上の生き物みたいになってるあれ？
なあ、もしかしたら誰かがモルヒネのせいにしようとしてこんなことやらかしたんじゃねえかって思うんだけど。
だとしても残忍ですね。チーム全員をいっぺんにだなんて相当たちが悪い。
Lies.
この辺お前らの担当なんだろう？何か知らないか？
そうですね。俺たちが知っていることといえば、
No, it's Dry Juice's territory.
昨日の夜に見回った時はこんなんじゃなかった。
Okay, I guess it's Dry Juice's territory in terms of the gang turf wars, but like if they actually own the rental part of this area, then whatever, I guess.
ドライジュースのメンバーの皆さんは見かけませんでしたけどね。
それって何時頃だ？
9時ぐらいじゃね。つうかその後にやられたんじゃね。
だとしてもメンバーを一人残らず誘拐とは、あの人数をいっぺんに連れ去るのってそう簡単なことではないですよ。
分かってる。だから。
Maybe Morphine really did take them all, just like in the stories. Okay, so I guess though, Dry Juice are the biggest gang. I don't know how they would have done it unless they used Sei, but like Sei's in Platinum Jail. I mean, I guess they could have used the alphas. You know what? Yeah, okay, I guess they could have used the alphas. But I don't dare say that out loud.
なるほど。なんとなく状況は分かりました。もしこちらでも何か分かったらご連絡します。
頼む。
Although realistically, the Nitro Plus Caro probably did not think of practicality of how it would be to kidnap this many people. So again, giving more credit than Dramatical Murder actually has.
それにしても最近はこういう手合いの物騒な話が増えてきてますね。青葉さんも気をつけてください。
俺らにもわけわかんねえのが多くて追っつけてないってのが現状。
てめえらにとっちゃリブなんてしのぎのための駒だろうが、何してくれるっつんだよ。
Oh, okay, alright, okay, I guess Dry Juice is their territory, but I guess the landlords of this area are Virus and Trip. Kojaku spits on the ground. Virus lifts an eyebrow, amused.
我々としても町に寄生して生きているわけですからね。しっかりとした足場を築いた上で活動することが大前提なんですよ。
Oh, boo-hoo.
それにモルヒネでも何でもいいですけど、勝手に俺らの縄張りを荒らされるのは普通に不愉快ですからね。
Okay, mister, if you were truly concerned, you would not be smiling like that, mister. And trying to put myself back there. Okay, there we go. Exactly, Kojaku. Kojaku looks away.
さて、俺たちはもうちょっとこの辺りの状況を。
貴様ら、ここで何をしている？
Oh, I think this is actual police now. Suddenly, a group of policemen burst into the alley. They must have been patrolling the area.
動くな！動くと撃つぞ！
They aimed their guns at us.
やべえな。
あらら、今日はまた一段と騒がしいですね。元気が有り余ってるな。
Oh, interesting. I noticed that Virus and Trip don't have a little face character thing.
ここは大三一択でしょ。
さすがに俺たちもあれは苦手ですから。青葉さんも逃げてください。
わかった。
奴らのとこまでは全員で特攻で、その後別れる感じでよろしく。合図するから走って。1、2の3。
At Trip's signal, we all start running.
貴様ら！
These. Ugh. Thanks. The officers unleash a hail of rubber bullets. Fortunately, they've been neglecting their training. Not one shot even grazes us.
とお前ら
Virus and Trip barrel into them, and the officers topple like dominoes.
それじゃあ青葉さん、また。
バイバイ。
Okay, they can probably tackle them because they probably know these policemen or know their superiors or something like that.
サンキューな。
行くぞ青葉。貴様ら待て。
Virus and Trip broke right, so Kojaku and I dashed left. We hear gunshots and shouting behind us for a while, but by the time we get out of Yukisagi and into Aoyagi Street, the sounds have disappeared.
今日は役日だな。散々だぜ。
You can say that again. I close my eyes as I try to catch my breath. The scene in the alley rises from the darkness. Dry juice tags painted over in black. Lead stains on the ground. Where did Mizuki and his gang go? Is he okay? No, he's not okay. Poor Mizuki is not okay. Who did this? Was it really morphine?
どうなってんだよ、チキショー。
青葉。
My rage grows hotter with every passing moment. Nothing could justify something like this. This isn't how we do things.
絶対犯人見つけ出してやる。
そうだな。俺もチームの奴らが何か見てねえか聞いておく。
頼む。
I don't know if it's morphine, but someone did this. I'll find them, and if Mizuki and the others are hurt, then they're gonna pay. Yay! Kojaku leaves to go talk to his gang, so I head over to Mizuki's shop. A message.
スパムか？
This again. Oh, you know what? I do wonder if maybe Sei is the one that does the mass brainwashing to kidnap people. The subject says, "Please save me." The sender is damsel in distress. Damsel in distress? I could swear I got a spam message earlier with the same name.
消去っと。
Poor Sei. Sei, maybe... Oh, you know, I suppose he doesn't have a safe way to contact Alba discreetly, so... Another message?
は？
The same message again. Delete.
は？
Oh god. That would be so annoying to me. They just kept coming. What the hell? Oh my god, it keeps going! I quickly open my bag and wake up Ren.
青葉。
レン、メールがやばい。何これ、ウイルス？
In any normal situation, I would say this is spam and a virus, but obviously in the purpose of this game, it's not.
少し待ってくれ。調べてみる。
Ren falls silent. Oh my god, it's still going! Oh my god, poor Alba! While I wait, the mails keep coming.
レン、まだか？
It's the DOS attack.
解析完了。ウイルスではない。万が一ウイルスだった場合の対策も実行した。
このメールの受信自体を止めるってのは無理なのか？
差出元のメールアドレスが不明だ。
なんだそりゃ。マジでどうなってんだ。
Okay, so I'm guessing that means that Ren looked into like the actual file and the codes of whatever the heck is and saw that there was no malware. Obviously, I don't think that's what Dramatical Murder was aware of, but yeah, I'm assuming that's what it was.
念のために内容を確認してみた方がいい。
Again, in any other normal circumstance where this is happening, no, don't do it.
大丈夫なのか？
But I get the feeling the messages will just keep coming if I ignore them. The notification chime is starting to drive me nuts.
わかったよ。見ればいいんだろ、見れば。
Oh my god, his whole thing is full of that. Say. Desperate for relief, I opened one of the messages. Huh? They stopped. How is that possible? For anyone wondering, Say is also in the network because he also controls whatchamacallit? Usui, and he's also in the network of things, and I guess like magic technology, he is just able to. And I guess he's it's kind of like how like Google and whatever spy on you and your data and track how you do things in your emails, which is like kind of icky. No, not kind of icky. It is icky. Puzzled, I turn my eyes to the text. But the message is empty. It really was just spam? My quill chimes again, only this time it isn't a message.
ゲームの配信だ。
Yeah, if a suspicious message in a suspicious game gets downloaded. In any other context, don't do that.
ゲームの配信？
That's right, the game I played the other day. I guess this is the next chapter? When the download finishes, the title screen appears. Yeah, it's the same game.
ん？
There's no start button. How is this supposed to work? A few seconds later, the screen changes and the game suddenly starts up. I try pushing the keys on my coil, but I can't move.
レン、なんかこれ動かないんだけど。
デモプレイになっているんじゃないか。
Demos are usually playable, right?
デモプレイ？そんなの配信してなんか意味あるのかよ。
Okay. A demo? What's the point of sending that out? I jab at the controls for a while. Finally, the main character starts to move. Is it working now? But when I take my fingers off the keys, the character keeps moving on its own. There's oh no, wait, that's Tai-san. Oh,
なん
yep.
だこりゃ。
Yep. Pigtails, that was Tai-san. Yeah. Uh-oh. Things are starting to not go well. The game ends abruptly. I guess it really is just a demo. What was the point of sending this out? Was it a mistake? It doesn't make sense. Okay, one cool thing I do like about this. There are some games and stuff like that that use like dreams and premonitions and stuff for like foreshadowing of plots. I kind of like this better because it's just not another dream foreshadowing thing. It's just kind of cool. That's like an in-universe game when the character's awake. I think it's cooler.
完全に意味不明なゲームだな。
そうか。
さっきの大量メールもやっぱりスパムだったっぽいし、すげえ時間の無駄した。とっとと帰ろうぜ。
Close the game and start back home. As the sun sets, delicious smells begin to fill the room. Dinner time already. I wonder if Granny is home. No. Granny's not okay. Sometimes she goes out with friends around this time. No, she's not going out with friends, unfortunately. Granny. I wonder what it is. I've been anxious since I played that game. An old woman was kidnapped by bats. Was it just a coincidence? No, it was not a coincidence. I know I'm just being paranoid, but I can't shake the feeling, so I call Granny on my coil. No answer. I try calling the house. Nothing. I try Granny's coil one more time. She's not picking up. Granny doesn't really use her coil much in the first place. She even leaves letters for me by the door instead of texting me. She must be out with some friends. That's probably all it is. It has to be. I try not to think about it, but the image of the devastation at Raiju's hangout keeps coming back to me. All that blood. Maybe the whole thing is just making me a little anxious. I'm trying to think. Are we gonna meet Mink next? Or is it... I think we meet Mink next. Okay. All that blood. Maybe the whole thing is just making me a little anxious. It's totally crazy to think that Granny would be connected to that in any way. But still. I'm sorry, Alba. I can't do this. I have to go home. I'll feel better once I get home and see that Granny's safe. I run home as fast as I can. I unlock the door and burst into the house. It's pitch black, like no one's home.
Ba-chan!
I call for her one more time, but no answer. This is bad. It feels like my blood's about to boil. At the same time, my body is racked by chills. The bloodstains on the wall of Raiju's hangout, the old woman in the game kidnapped by bats. My mind keeps flicking between the two images. Did they get to Granny too?
Ba-chan!
I run into the house, not even bothering to take off my shoes. Something catches my foot. I look down. Huh? What's that big lump doing there? A person is lying in the hall. Granny? The person is lying face down, motionless. Another one is lying on the floor a little further inside. Okay, yep, I think we're gonna see Mink. I swallow my fear and tiptoe closer. Both much bigger than Granny. Probably men. Relief washes over me. But if they're not Granny, then who are they? Upon looking closer, I notice a tattoo on their necks. It looks like a gang tag. Actually, this tag... Morphine. Uh-oh. Feeling someone behind me, I spin around. A man is standing there, framed by the dark hallway. The man is so tall that I have to look up at him. For a moment, I stand there and gape. But the thought that he might have done something to Granny soon blows away any fear I'm feeling. The man doesn't answer. He just stares at me through the darkness with icy eyes. I take a step closer. Someone grabs my shoulders from behind. Suddenly, I'm surrounded by people holding me in place. Okay, so for anyone who knows anything about Mink, this is not the scene yet. The scene that we're all aware of happens later. I mean, pretty soon. I think we might get to it in this stream, but it's not yet. So right now, it's still safe. It's still okay. Okay. Did I read that? Someone grabs my shoulders from behind. Suddenly, I'm surrounded by people holding me in place. A heavy blow slams into my stomach, knocking the breath from my lungs. Hello. I'm sorry for what both the game and the fandom has done to you over the years. The huge man's fist sinks into my gut. I topple forward. I can't breathe. My vision fades into darkness. But also, Mink, if you need someone to help you with their superpowers, this is not quite the right way to ask someone for help, you know? I know you had to do things rough because you had a rough situation, but still. Maybe this was not the best way to ask someone for help. Damn it. Not here. Granny. Granny. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I think now we're close to the scene. Alright. So, yeah, major warnings for this. Yeah, I think we're gonna get to this scene in this one. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I do know several people whose Dramatical Murder live streams and Slow Damage live streams got taken down because of it. I would like to keep my account safe for now, especially since I'm a small nobody account and I don't have a way to rescue my account if I get taken down for it. So I probably will, like, mute the game and censor myself the same way I did for Not to Listen. So, yeah. Well, not yeah, but, you know. Wait, is my censor screen up? Okay, let me... Okay, yes, alright. Okay, I do have this here. I think I can use this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I don't need you yet, but I have a feeling I might soon. I wake up with a splitting headache. Did I black out? Even after I open my eyes, I can't make out anything in the darkness. Somewhere, I hear the rhythmic drip, drip, drip of water. Is it raining? The cold surface against my cheek must be concrete floor. Again, Mink, if you need someone for your help, you're not in jail anymore. You could ask someone a normal way. This is not the normal way to ask for someone help. You know what I mean? Where am I? I try to stand up, but my body won't move. My arms are tied behind my back. I struggle, but the bonds hold firm. When I manage to lift my head off the ground, I come face to face with a pair of boots. I slowly drag my gaze upward from there. So I know those are some nice boots. It's him, the guy who waltzed in my home and knocked me out. Also, I will say, the collar does not look very comfortable. And also the handcuffs. Honey, you're not in jail anymore. I don't know why you don't take them off. I mean, I know the real reason is for rule of cool and to make him look more thuggish. Because, you know, racism in the 2010s. But, you know, that just looks extremely uncomfortable. And, yeah. Up close, he's even more intimidating than before. As I watch, the man takes a puff from his pipe. The smoke disappears into the gloomy air. That's right, I remember now. You took Granny. No, he didn't. Alba, you probably didn't notice. But for anyone who's watching, if you notice, that was a morphine tag that was on the members. And pretty soon, once we get to a little bit more forward in the plot, you'll see who those people actually are. But this guy is in charge of Scratch. He's not in charge of morphine. So that's a just a hint. For anyone who's concerned, no, he was not the one who took Granny.
ばあちゃんはどこだばあちゃんに何した答えろよ
I struggle to contain my rage. The man just stares at me in silence for a while. Then finally, he rises with a creaking of springs. Before I know what's happening, he crouches down and yanks my head up by a clump of my bangs. You know, I also realize that with the size of that bandana and where Mink's ears are, he's gotta have like a 5 head or something. My face twists in agony as pain runs through my sensitive hair. He stares at me as I squirm. His eyes are pitch black, like 2 spots devoid of light. No, I think he has green eyes.
自分の置かれた状況、分かってんのか?
He tugs my face to the side. 2 grungy-looking men are standing there, holding submachine guns.
俺が手を挙げりゃ、お前は蜂の巣になって、速攻でさようならだ。ほんの5秒ぐらいで終わる。
Pink, you have not explained anything. Why do you think he would... He does not understand the position he's in because you have not told him anything. All you have done is knock him out. I guess he takes my silence as understanding because he lets go of my hair. My chin hits the concrete with a loud thunk. I nearly bite my tongue. Damn, I'm in some seriously deep shit.
Oi.
The man calls his men over and whispers something to them. They nod and leave the room. Meanwhile, I search my brain for a plan. I have to get out of here. First, to do something about these restraints. Yes, be smart, Alba. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. I struggle against my bonds. I can feel them loosen slightly, but they aren't coming off. I poke around with the toes of my shoes, thinking there might be something by my feet I could use. But all I feel is floor. There's nothing. Shit, I have to do something. As I flounder, I can feel several sets of footsteps vibrating through the floor. I think the scene is happening soon, actually, now that I think of it. A new group of men enters the room. They have a similar look as the two who left.
やれ。
Oh, okay. I think the scene is soon. The giant jerks his head, or the giant jerks his chin at me. What? Are they gonna beat me? So in the anime, what they end up doing is beating him. I'm trying to remember if they did that in the manga too. You know what? I think they also beat him up in the manga, but in the new webtoon, in the old manga, I think they also beat him up. In the webtoon, I don't remember. I haven't read the webtoon yet. So, which, oh yeah, by the way, for anyone who didn't know, aside from a new stage play, I think last year or 2 years ago, there's also a new webtoon for Dramatical Murder. I have not followed any part of it, but I think I do plan on reading it if I ever get the chance to. So yeah, I don't know if it's translated to English yet though. What, are they going to beat me? I watch the men approach and steel myself for a beating. There's nothing else I can do. Okay, so for anyone who's confused about what Mink is doing, he's trying to get Alba to show off his superpower. So, which, again, Mink, the smartest decision is to just ask him. You know? And then the real actual meta answer is that this is to preface that Mink is the non-con route. Because Nitro plus Karo almost always has a non-con route character. The men form a loose circle around me. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to pull up that sensor image. I brace myself for the first hit. One of them grabs my jacket. Another pins my legs and arms. What are they doing? Oh no! I look at their faces. They seem excited. They're breathing hard, and their eyes are bloodshot. Oh, they might be on something, actually.
しっかり押さえとけよ。
My blood goes cold. You have got to be kidding me.
離せよ。
I try to free my arms. The ropes are looser than before. Just a little more. A little more. I'm out. But before I can do anything, someone grabs my arms and pins them to the floor. Uh-oh. Oh.
おい、何やってんだ。しっかり捕まえとけよ。
Alright. Okay, so this is a CG. That is what the scene is. So, hopefully Alba's noises are not too much. Because when I was streaming Noctilucent, that was too much. And I had to mute it. Yeah. Alright. Let's go! Yeah, 18 plus warning. Let me take this little. Okay. I know you're like, wait, this is Dramatical Murder or what's up? Actually, you know what? I might try doing this. Maybe the text will be okay for now. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll find out if I can show the text or not, or if I actually do have to cover the whole thing. I see the giant standing behind them, arms folded, watching me with cold, detached eyes. That son of a bitch.
悪く思うなよ。
ミンクさんの命令でしょうがなくってやつだ。
Okay, I think it's okay so far. Mink? Is that the giant's name? The thought only occupies my attention for a moment. Then I tremble at the feeling of hot, sticky breath against my cheek.
話せっつってんだろ。気色悪いんだよ。うるせえ。
One of them smacks me across the face. Pain and the taste of blood fill my mouth.
にしても男ってのかな。まあやれりゃいいんだけど別に。
A meaty paw gropes at my chest. I'll be honest, those hands don't look very meaty.
でもこいつ色白いし髪長いしさ、目細めてりゃ女に見えるんじゃねえの？
どうかな。やっぱ男は男だしな。
Exactly, I'm a man. Now let me go, assholes. So, yeah, again, warning, this was written in, like, 2012/developed before 2012. So, the tropes at that time, just a heads up. Oh, I'm a little worried. Feeling a surge of rage, I spit a wad of blood at the man next to me.
この野郎。どけ、触んじゃねえよ。
I kick him in the stomach while he's distracted, and he lurches forward in pain. Serves you, right? He pays me back with a slug to the face, twice as hard. Shit.
抑えとくからとっとと剥いちまえよ。
Okay, think. Oh, yep. Okay, I guess he does have all his clothing on here. So right now it's kind of okay. So I guess for anyone who does want to see some of the spicy CGs. I mean, this isn't spicy yet, but he tears my belt off and starts unbuttoning my pants. Another hand snakes in from the side and grabs my shirt, pulling it up over my chest so hard it almost rips. Okay, I might pull this back up. And I think, if I recall correctly, some little bit of this down here might have also been potentially not safe.
うるせえな。口塞いとけよ。
Okay, actually I'm gonna move this back because it's not there yet. But I'm pretty sure it does happen. Okay. They stuff a rag into my mouth. The way the cloth sticks to the sides of my cheeks makes me want to vomit. Ew, that's gross. I try to shout, but only groans emerge.
もしかしたら意外といけるかも。なんか立ってきたわ。
早くやって交代しろよ。
次は俺な。
One of the men pulls off my pants and underwear. Okay, I should start getting ready to cover it up. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Though I flail my legs, I can't offer much meaningful resistance with my arms pinned. Soon my lower body is fully exposed. Just gonna make myself a little bigger.
やっぱ男だよな。もろに見るとちょっと萎えるな。
俺、そうでもないかも。
マジか。つかお前、後ろとかやったことあんの？
女でも後ろの方が好きなのとかいるだろ？
Rough hands slide up my thighs to my ass, and then fingers press between my cheeks. A A wave of disgust ripples through my body. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay, should I read all of this out loud? I'm not scared or even mad. It's just so disgusting. Why me? I just wanted to find Granny. That giant... This is all his fault. Yes, it is his fault. Not your fault. He's still watching me. He's going to watch them... me. Does he think this is funny? Why is he doing this? What's the point? Why me? Why? Why the hell is this happening?
なんか急におとなしくなったぞ。
諦めたんじゃねえの？
今のうちにさっさとやっちまえよ。
I think it's safe right now. What?
おい、こいつ大丈夫か？
あ
おい。おい。え？
Oh, I just noticed the screen is moving funny. Okay, there's nothing going on right now, so I think I can show it. But yeah, the screen is moving kind of funny.
なんだなんか
消えろ。
Yay! Spvwvky to the Desire to the rescue! Woohoo! Mink, did you really have to do this to bring out Desire? What's that smell? It smells familiar, like some kind of spice. Cinnamon? Okay, that's Mink. Slowly opening my eyes, I see someone standing a short distance away. Oh, does that mean that all those guys were scrapped? That giant, what was his name? Mink? What is he doing? He's gazing solemnly at a burning candle. Is he saying something? I can't make it out. Wonder what he's saying. You probably have a headache right now. What is he doing? I wake up once again with a splitting headache. Okay, yep, there's a headache. I open my eyes to a cracked, filthy ceiling. Where am I? What happened? Okay. Right, they were about to... me. What happened after that? I'm fully dressed. Oh, okay, so he got back his clothes on. At any rate, this looks like a different room. Alba. You don't deserve this. I have to take my medicine. Wait, my bag. Where'd my bag go? Ren was in there. I opened the door out and bolt out of bed. Wait, I heard the door open and bolt out of bed, momentarily forgetting the pain. Who is it? Mink?
目が覚めたのか。
A gangly, slouching man pokes his head through the rusty metal door. When he sees me, he grins and enters the room. Who the hell?
気分はどうだ？大変だったな、あんた。いきなりレイプとかさ。
And the voice actor is really doing a good job at selling the sleaze.
ミンクさんには誰も逆らえねえからな。おまけに何考えてるのかもわかんねえしさ。
I have no idea what the man's on about. I glare at him, willing him to go away.
今はミンクさんに言われてきたわけじゃねえし、そんな怖い顔すんなよ。な。
なんで俺の名前。
やっぱり青葉だよな。ジャンクショップ平凡の。
Wait, oh, is he one of the guys? Or one of the customers that has called him before? Oh, that's how Mink knew about him!
平凡を知ってんのか。
ああ、昔はよくあそこにいろいろ買いに行ってたんだよ。
Wait, oh my god, I never realized this. So, I guess this dude was, you know, in the intro in the beginning, I never knew who was the dude that called. I thought they were just like a random side character. Okay, and this makes sense, because like I never questioned or wondered how the heck Mink found out about Alba. But if Mink connected the dots that one of his goons are like getting brainwashed through audio, and he's like, man, I need to figure out a way to get the anti-brainwash or whatever, and then does research, you know, along with his past experience on Toei, and realizes, oh, that's who it must be. Okay, that makes sense, because yeah, I mostly never figured out or never bothered to figure out who those random customers in the intro were. Oh my god, mind blown. Yeah, so A, never bothered to figure out who those customers were, and B, never really thought about how the heck Mink found out about Alba. You learned something new, even on your fourth replay. Or third replay. Fourth? Fourth, okay, I think. He smiles happily. Maybe it's because of what I've been through, but the shop's name is music to my ears. Knowing he was a customer makes me feel a certain kinship. I want to drop my guard, but don't. But I don't. There's something off about this guy. He can't seem to sit still, and that's not all.
まさかこんなとこであんたに会うなんてさ。俺ちょっと感動しちゃったよ。
Uh-oh.
ああ、そうだな。
だろう。でさ、あんたが捕まってるって聞いて、俺すげえいいこと思いついちゃってさ。
Was that idea your idea or Mink's idea?
ここから出してやろうと思って。
マジか。
もちろんな、いい話だろ。
でもここはあのミンクってやつが仕切ってんだろ。
大丈夫大丈夫、なんとかなるから。
なんとかっても具体的にどうするんだよ。
大丈夫だって。
だからどうするんだよ。
しつこいな。大丈夫だって言ってんだろう。
Suddenly, the man's expression changes, and he pulls a gun on me. He smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes, which are wide as plates.
なあ、大丈夫だよ。ここから出してやるから。だからさ、もっと声を聞かせてくれよ。なあ。
声？
そうだよ。平凡に電話すると、だいたいいつもあんたが出るだろ。
You're a freak.
あんたの声、初めて聞いた時に聞き惚れちゃってさ。それからよく電話したんだよ。あんたの声を聞くために。
so his only interest in the store is me. Admittedly, he's not the only customer who calls because of my voice.
もっとさ、俺のためにいろんな声を聞かせてくれよ。聞きたいんだよな。
Oh, you know what? This is interesting because people can. So not foreshadowing. Spoilers. People can get addicted to dye music, and the dye lights and the other dye thingamajiggies that Toei has. And I guess since it was based off of Alba's voice, I guess that means it's possible to get addicted to Alba's voice? Question mark. Okay, I need a confused reaction image, or a confused reaction for my model. The man climbs onto the bed, gun still in hand. He shoves the weapon in my face when I try to get up.
動くな。逃げようとしたら撃つ。
Don't worry, nothing happens in this scene.
別にいいだろ。減るもんじゃねえし。俺はただあんたの声が聞きたいだけなんだよ。
To clarify, I mean, no CG happens in this scene. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have CG. The man gropes my face, panting heavily. Ugh, gross. Why does this keep happening to me? Because you're Yaoi Jesus. Sorry, Alba. Ah, my head. Shit, why does it have to start up again now? The door flies open. The man goes white as a sheet and spins around, dropping the gun. There in the doorway stands Mink.
何やってる？
すみません。
Yeah, bro. Mink marches into the room and grabs the panicking man by the collar.
"すみません、すみません。
てめえも来い。
いった。
Mink grabs me by the arm and hauls me off the bed. Mink drags us both to the hall, attracting curious looks from the men standing there. He pulls us through an open door at the end of the hall. It leads to the room where those men attacked me. Several men are already there, with us, plus the gawkers from the hallway. The room is filled to capacity. Mink tosses me aside, then throws the other guy to the ground.
ミンクさん、すみません、すみません。
All the color has drained from his face. He crawls backward on his ass, staring wild-eyed at Mink.
Mink!
Oh, so he's ambidextrous. Oh god. Oh no. His face looks a little off-model. This guy's face is a little off-model. They all look a little bit jank. Yeah. I mean, this is not one of the important artworks, but it looks a little silly.
だな。でも何やらかしたんだ、あいつ。
さあ、今やったことは確かだろう。ミンクさんを怒らせたんだから。
もう一人のあの外から連れてこられたやつのか？
じゃねえの？
Disciplined? That can't mean anything good.
すみません。勘弁してください。
Mink looks down at the man, stone-faced, and grabs him by the collar. Oh, that's his foot. There's a dull black, the sound of bone against bone, and the man's head snaps back like a ragdoll's. He twitches once, eyes rolling back to show the whites. Blood spurts from his mouth, and pieces of tooth drop to the floor like grains of rice. This mink guy has to be crazy strong to knock a man out with one punch like that. While I'm staring dumbstruck at the spectacle, all eyes go to me. I really don't like where this is going. Some of the men are grinning. Their smiles say, "You're next." Oh hell no. First, I'm almost gang, and now I'm gonna get beaten to a pulp. What'd I do? As if to make matters worse, my head starts throbbing too. I don't have my bag, so I don't have my medicine or rent, and there's no way I'm making a break for it, not with this many guys surrounding me. I'm fucked. Ming takes one step forward towards me. I drop back, and Mink follows, closing the gap with his long strides. I can still see the man out of the corner of my eye, lying in a pool of his own blood. I don't want to end up like that. I brace myself for the impact. But then... Instead of punching my lights out, Mink grabs my arm and starts walking towards the door. The fuck?
あいつ制裁なし。マジかよ。
はあ？なんでだ？外から連れてくるやつって大体潰し目的だろ。
わかんねえ。あんなの何の役にも立たなそうなやつなのにな。
The crowd shoots piercing glares my way as we pass. I guess they were all convinced I was in for a beating. Hell, even I thought so. Mink obviously hears what they're saying, but he doesn't react in the slightest. What's going to happen to me now? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that back there on the floor, there was a Scratch logo on it. So, that was kind of... I don't know if it was cool or not, but that was a detail. Mink takes me back to the room I woke up in. Oh, actually, let me take a look at this now that there's more light. Oh, okay. So, alright, so this is a bit of a hint, but also possibly partially hint, partially racism and bad research from the N+C devs. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Mink is generic Native American, I guess badly researched Native American, and I think that is supposed to be some kind of tapestry, some kind of pottery, and more things. And is that a dream catcher? No, that's not a dream catcher. That is some other vague stuff that is supposed to look vaguely Native American. And if anyone who actually is Native American or does know something about it, I'm sure this is like not right. I'm sure it's butchered to hell because, again, the research they were doing in 2010 or 11 or 12 was probably not that great. But yeah, if anyone looks into this and like knows what it might be hinting at, or like what it either what it means or what tribe it might be, question mark. But again, it could be completely bogus and done wrong. So once we're inside, I shake his hand off. Mink moves away from me and takes a seat on the bed, staring at me with his unreadable eyes. Okay, now I think of it. Okay, that probably is badly done Dreamcatcher. Like, maybe they looked up Dreamcatchers and tried to make something cool and then goofed and messed up. I'm guessing that's what this might be, since it's clearly goofed. And I have no idea what that thing next to it is. Yeah, I am not sure. That is going to puzzle me forever now. Mink moves away from me and takes a seat on the bed, staring at me with his unreadable eyes. I'm more than a little intimidated, but I meet his stare with a scowl. This is the kind of man who can strike without warning, without a hint of his intentions showing on his face. He has an almost eerie calm. When he looks at you, it's like he can see exactly who you are and what you're thinking. Like a predator staring down prey. He also, I believe, has like special tech contacts that prevents him from being affected by scrap and die music and all the other stuff, if I recall correctly. That's why I know I can't show any weakness, even if that means bluffing.
あんたの目的は何なんだ？なんで俺をここに連れてきた？ばあちゃんはどこだ？
Mink, your silence is not helping your situation. You could just communicate and tell the truth. Back at Elba's house.
さっきのも、なんであいつ殴った？どうせあいつもあんたが命令して、俺を襲わせるように仕向けたんだろ？なのになんでだ？
あいつは違う。この部屋には誰も入るなと言ってあった。それを破った罰だ。
違うって。俺からしたらどっちだって変わんねえよ。あんたは俺をどうしたいんだ？犯されてんの見たいのか？
自覚がねえのが一番厄介だな。
Mink, you have not communicated anything to him. Why would you know? Why would he know? How would he know? He doesn't know anything. Because you haven't told him anything.
は？
もう一度言うが、さっき殴ったやつは俺がけしかけたわけじゃねえ。あいつが自主的にやったことだ。お前の声に惑わされてな。
声？
I resist his urge to ask what he means. No, ask him what it means, because he's gonna be vague as hell. It's true, that man was obsessed with my voice. But how does Mink know that?
だが、どんな理由だろうと、結果的にあいつは俺の命令を破った。それを許すわけにはいかねえ。それがここのルールだからだ。
I do suspect another thing is that he was showing an example to the other members, and also because he did just see Desire scrap the heck out of a bunch of... I mean, they deserved it because of what they were doing, but he did just see a bunch of his gang members get, scrapped by Alba/Desire, and so he probably doesn't want that happening to them. But still, there's better ways to go about it. Maybe Mink, this was not your brightest idea. Now I'm even more confused.
俺の声がどうとか、なんであんたが知ってんだよ。答えろよ。あとばあちゃんをどうしたのかも答えろ。
知らねえよ。俺の目的は最初からお前だ。
は？
Then what about Granny? While I'm struggling to wrap my head around this, Mink pulls something from his coat and shows it to me.
こいつはなんだ?
It's my headache medicine. I reach for it, but he pulls away.
返せ！
質問に答えろ。
ただの頭痛薬だよ。
一般に出回ってるやつじゃねえな。
ばあちゃんが薬剤師だからそれで、あとは知らねえよ。
まるでジャンキーだ。
は？
Mink tucks the medicine back into his pocket and gets up off the bed. He opens the door and speaks a few words to someone in the hall. A few moments later, two men enter the room, dragging something behind them. They drop their cargo in the middle of the room and leave. The cargo is people. 2 men dressed in black are lying face down on the floor. Looking closely, I can tell they're still breathing.
そいつらの首見てみろ。
X? I lean forward. Morphine's tag. That's not all. Each one has a black square underneath the wings and halo. Another tag was blacked out. Ugh. I can't imagine. I can still see part of the original pattern. Unless I'm mistaken, that's...
ドライジュース
Dun dun dun! Okay, so side note, real quick thing about someone who has tattoos. Tattooing the front of your throat is probably one of the most painful, well, maybe not the most painful area, but is probably one of the more painful areas since your skin is pretty thin there. There's not all that much fat for most people, and like it is also on your throat. It is your literal throat, and tattoos, especially ones with a lot of color, take a while to heal. And while most of that is black, there is like a lot of the black, and like the healing process, if they were kidnapped like yesterday and they were tattooed overnight, I don't know how the heck Rio? The guy who does the tattoos, I forgot what his name was. Ryosuke? Rio? Yeah. I don't know how he tattooed that many guys in one night. And I have no idea how the heck they healed that fast in one night. Because, like, if this was any other actual real-life tattoo on your throat, this would be, A, still wrapped in bandages, and B, like, it would be flaky as hell if you took off the bandages. So, and, like, if you don't heal that properly, then it'll be infected as hell, and, like, and a super infected area on your throat, that's gotta be super uncomfortable. And super not great, because your throat is not just your throat where you talk, it's also where you breathe. That's where your esophagus and your trachea and other stuff go. So, yeah. This is not good tattoo help. And like, yeah, something about that tells me that no one at Nitro Plus Carl has a tattoo in 2012. Or at least they didn't research tattoos very well in 2012. Yeah, they're Japan, they probably don't have tattoos. Well, or even if they did, probably not all of them. Yeah, I highly doubt all of them had tattoos. Or I highly doubt enough of them had tattoos, or done enough research on tattoos. In that team. Okay. I left one of the men by the shoulder to get a look at his face. I know him. He's a member of Dry Juice.
俺たちより先にお前の家にいたのがそいつらだ。大半は引き上げた後だったがな。残っていたのはその二人だ。これで分かったか。お前のばあさんと俺は関係ねえ。
Mink, you could have told him this first. You could have told him this in the house instead of knocking him out and then telling him, you know, after a bunch of other stuff. Mink, this was not your smartest decision.
でもなんでばあちゃんが
知らねえよ。ただ引き上げていった連中の後は追わせた。
本当か？だったら
その前に交換条件だ。さっきも言った通り、俺の目的はお前だ。お前について確かめたいことがあってここへ連れてきたが、大体は把握した。
So, here is the proof. So, in... like, not in defense of Mink, but, like, for people who don't understand why there was the non-con scenes, this is why. Actually, I think you might explain it in a couple seconds, so let me let him speak.
お前は俺の言う通りに動いてもらう。その代わり交換条件としてまずお前のめんどくせえ用事に付き合ってやる。
俺の？
ばあさんを探してやるって言ってんだよ。
How am I supposed to believe that? For all I know, this might be some kind of sick game. He already put me through hell once before. And don't worry, he's gonna put you through more of it. For the same exact reasoning. Although that doesn't explain what happened to the dry juice guys. Blacking out the dry juice tags and putting morphines over the top, that's not something he could have put together this quickly, right? No, and technically, morphine shouldn't have either, because, like, I'm trying to guess. A tattoo that big. Well, it's not big, because it's a throat. A tattoo approximately that size. I mean, I guess Ryosuke, I forgot his name. I mean, I guess he has been tattooing for a very long time, so he does have the skill for it. He also does not care about his clients all that much. So I guess he could get it done. But, like, Dry Juice was the biggest gang. I'm sure they have, like, I don't remember how many people they have, but they have a lot. And I guess if he was tattooing nonstop for several hours overnight, he could have gotten it done. I don't know.
もし俺が信じられないって言うなら、一人でばあさんを探せばいい。好きなだけな。
I hate to admit it, but I don't think I can find her on my own. Did he explain what he needs help for? No, he still hasn't said it yet. Or... If morphine really was involved, I wouldn't even know where to start.
あんたは俺が目的だって言ったけど、どうするつもりなんだよ。
Okay, here we go.
それを今ここで言う必要はねえ。条件を飲むかどうかだけさっさと決めろ。
Oh shoot, I forgot. Okay. Hey everyone! So, for anyone who's watching currently, yeah, I don't remember which one goes towards Clear's route, and I think neither one does. But I think this goes towards points for Mink's route. I don't remember. Yeah, so anyone who's lurking, if you want to chip in and let me know which one we should go with. And in the meantime, I will also ask social media for which one to pick. Okay, in the meantime, while we're, I guess, like, waiting, so, Okay, here we go. Okay, so, alright, so, alright, his main goal, as he explicitly states here, is, I brought you here to confirm my suspicions, I got the answers that I need, and now you're gonna help with whatever I tell you. And so... Alright, so what Mink is trying to do is his ultimate goal is to get revenge on Toei and take him down, which is, you know, which is a thing that people generally agree is a good idea. You know, Mink's methods may not be all that perfect, and so the reason why he, I guess, like, regularly assaults Alba is because, A, he knows that Alba has these superpowers that are typically, like, but he doesn't know how it works. Obviously, Alba doesn't know how either, and so, probably due to his traumatic backstory, his suspicion is the way to get Alba to show off the superpower is by, you know, also traumatizing him, I guess. You know, not the greatest way to go about it, and it's not really a defense, because there are better ways to ask someone to show proof of superpowers. And I guess if the only thing he heard was that one underling that was just getting addicted to his voice through the phone, I guess he doesn't have any, like, first-hand proof. And now, as for the reason why he wants Alba's superpower, his main goal, as I mentioned, was to, you know, get revenge on Toei. But in order to get into Platinum Jail, and in order to get, like, you know, through the rest of the crowds, it would be useful to have someone who has mind control powers. And so if you could have someone to, like, you know, just will away all the guards and tell the people to do exactly what he wants, this will be a really useful skill to have in this situation. So, yeah. So, Mink does have a reason in story. So in story, that is a reason. Outside of the story reason, the game meta reason is because, as I mentioned, Nitro Plus Carol typically has a non-con route. Typically has a non-con route, and these their typical visual novel game style is that there's, like, a different archetype for every character. So, for example, Clear is a cutie. Kojaku is the childhood best friend. You know what I mean? Mink is a non-con route. And, like, if you think about it, with other visual novels, it's like that too. So Slow Damage, Ray, was Ray a childhood best friend? I think he was. Yeah, I think he was a childhood best friend. Right? Actually, I might be remembering that wrong. It's been a while since I watched a Slow Damage live stream. But anyways, the doctor, I forgot what his name was. The doctor was the literal daddy. Literally and figuratively. Madarame was the non-con route. Toganu no Chi, Rin, was the shoujo character. Keisuke was your childhood best friend. Shiki was the non-con route. So that's from a meta level, I guess, or a game dev level, that is the reason why Mink does these things in this method. Now, a lot of people have contentious thoughts about it, but, you know, and people have mixed feelings back then and now, and also another part of the problem was that it was not translated well in the clarification. In the fan translation, from what I've heard, that they did Mink kind of dirty, because apparently the fan translators really didn't like Mink, and so they made him worse. I never played the original fan translation, so I can't tell. But yeah, between that and what he actually does, I could see why. Yeah, there's definitely reasons why it's understandable to hate him. But he does have his reasons. I'm not defending those reasons, because as you may have seen my reactions thus far, have said a couple times, hey, Mink, maybe this is not the right way to go about this. But again, you know, he's there from a meta perspective to be the non-con route. Yeah. Okay, let's see what people have said in other social media. But yeah, so that's a little bit of a rambly explanation for why Mink does what he does. And it will happen again multiple times for, again, the same exact reason, and which is to test Alba's powers, try to get Alba to use his powers. And yeah. Basically to get Alba to use his powers in the way that he wants it to be used, because Mink doesn't have superpowers. So, yeah. Okay. We are gonna go with I Can't Go Along. I don't want to go along with this guy, but at the same time... Oh wait, let me put myself back up. Whee! Okay. When I stare at my feet, unsure of what to do, Mink seizes me by the collar.
てめえが迷った分だけ時間が無駄になるんだよ。ばあさんがどうなってもいいのか。
それは嫌だ。
だったら答えは一つだろうが。ぐずぐずするな。
I mean, Alba's other option is to ask Kojaku for help, because Kojaku isn't kidnapped. Granted, oh wait, hang on, never mind. Kojaku is busy with dry juice right now.
すぐに出るぞ。支度しろ。
Mink shoves me away and tosses my pills on the ground. I quickly snatch them up. What about Ren? Then I realize what Mink said. We're leaving? But where's my bag? As Mink leaves, a colorful cockatoo flies into the room. It's carrying something in its talons. My bag! Wait. Wait, that means Tori is, like, pretty freaking strong. Because he's carrying, like, his little tiny bird wings. His little tiny bird robot feet. Well, okay, I guess it could be, like, steel or something and super strong then. The bird's an all-mate, obviously. If I'm not mistaken, I saw it on Mink's shoulder earlier.
お前、ミンクのオールメイトか?
そうだ。
After replying, it flies back out through the door. While trying to wrap my head around Mink's surprising choice of companion, I pick up my bag and look inside. Side note, Tori does one of the coolest things in this entire game. I can't wait to get to that route, which, shoot, that means requires going on to Mink's route. Okay. I do have it bookmarked, I believe, though. So if it takes too long, and I guess depends on when we get to Mink's route, I might just skip forward to that super cool part, because it's so cool. It's like one of my favorite parts of this game. Everything's there. My coil and my ball of dark blue fur. Oh, that's so cute. Wait. Oh shoot, I don't know how to this. Okay, well, you know what? I have things bookmarked in random places. So, alright. If anyone's in the chat wants to suggest which one to pick. Because I think this might segue to Ren's route? No, yeah, okay, because I might segue to Ren's route since I do have all the routes unlocked. So I think... Okay. Okay. Alright, for fear of accidentally winding up on Ren's route, I think I'm gonna do this. Don't remember what this does, though. Okay, yeah, you know, now that I think of it, I think the Ren option is only available if you have all the routes unlocked. Oh wait, whoops. Forgot to read that. Okay. I don't see any damage to my coil or to Ren. First, I pull out my coil and slip it back onto my arm. The missed call notification is flashing. Oh god, poor Kojaku! My call history is full to bursting. All the calls are from Kojaku. I quickly call him back.
Ah.
お前どこで何やってんだ。
ごめん。
全然連絡つかねえから心配してたんだぞ。
ちょっといろいろあって、今から帰るからその時に詳しく話す。
Oh yeah, you got tied up all right.
分かった。今平凡にいるからそっちで。
なあ。
The sound of Kojaku's voice has brought me back to reality. Dry juice, Granny, my kidnapping, and Nier. It felt like a nightmare, but no, it was all real. Sorry, Alba. And it's not over. Time to get going. I down some pills, pick up my bag, and leave the room. Once we get outside, I realize that we're in the North Quarter. Okay. Should I stop here? Because this is clearly a pause. Okay, so what do we have next? So next we have to go rescue Mizuki and... Well, next I think there's a huddle, and then we have to... Okay, spoilers again! Okay, next we have to huddle, then we have to rescue Mizuki and Taisan. Then... they have to huddle again and explain everything, and Taisan has to explain everything to everyone. And then I think Haga-san and Miss Yoshie also explain some stuff, and then they give Alba a gun in one of the routes. Don't know whether or not he gives him a gun in the clear route. Okay, and then after that, okay, so we still have quite a bit to go. But I think, like, Dramatical Murder's common route is not as long as some other games, because I think some other games, some other visual novels have a very, very long common route. And this one is long, but not as long as others that are even longer. Okay, I think I'm gonna go up to the point where either we huddle or start on the way to get to rescue Mizuki and Taisan. Together, Mink and I head for the East Quarter. I don't know how long I was in that gloomy building, but now the sun is high in the sky. Mink leads me through the back streets, like he's trying to avoid attention. I'm not sure if this is just his preference, or if he has a good reason to stay out of sight. Yes, he does have a reason to stay out of sight. And also, don't you take the back alleys too? My headache has largely subsided, but I'm still not feeling 100%, so my pace is slow and I start to lag behind. Every time he turns a corner, I worry I might lose sight of him. Okay. Alright, if chat wants to help, or, I will ask social media. I do not remember what these two do. There's like a lot of choices this time around. There's been like several. And as a side note, I think for a future stream or upcoming stream, I'm not sure which one, I'm gonna try to find that article I found once about how visual novels do the point system that dictates which route you go up on and how difficult the final route will be. Because it was a really cool read, and I'm gonna try to find it. Okay, let's go with... I hurry around the corner, expecting Mink to be almost out of sight. But Mink is standing there, staring down at me. As I freeze, he immediately turns away and resumes walking. We walk for a while in silence. Eventually, the scenery turns familiar. We're almost at Humdrum Junk. The thought nearly brings tears to my eyes. Just as the store comes into view, a shadow falls over me.
Master!
Clear!
Clear!
Is he okay? He landed face first. Baby boy! Aw, you cutie patootie. But a second later, he jumps up and embraces me.
Master! よかった。どちらへ行かれてたのですか?
いや。
ご無事で何よりです。昨夜はマスターの声が遠くから聞こえたので心配してたんです。
Oh yeah, so as mentioned, whenever Alba uses Scrap, because Clear is one of the alphas, he can, hear it as well.
俺の声が?
はい。
Oh, his voice is so cute. Last night, that's when Mink kidnapped me. Oh god, there are so many choices this time around! Ah! Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely asking social media again for this time because I think this is probably going to be a go unclear or not go on. No, wait. There's another one later on that is more important for going on clear's route. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, there was a lot of choices this time around. And I guess for anyone who's playing Dramatical Murder new, I think, you know what? I wonder if some of the choices I had were also there because I have Ren's route unlocked. Because there are some choices where if you have finished all the routes, there will be new ones that are specifically to take you to go into Ren. So I feel like that one was one of them. I don't think this one is. Alright, okay, it looks like we're going with Did You Really Hear Me?
本当に聞こえたのか？
はい、本当です。マスターの声ならどんな状況下にあろうとも僕が聞き間違えるはずがありません。
Oh man. Okay, I will say one of the cute things is since I do play also play New Carnival, it's like every time Yakumo sounds cute, I think of Clear because like there's times when Yakumo just goes into cute mode. And like but like Yakumo's cute mode is very different because he's more like, I want to protect you, whereas Clear is just like cute. I don't know how to describe it. The cuteness levels are different even though it's the same voice actor and the same voice.
そっか、そりゃどうも。
あれ？
Although I will say, Clear is very close up. He's like super close. It's kind of weird. And, like, to be honest, we know he's cute because of his tone of voice and because I know what he looks like now. But yeah, if someone was right up to my face like that, I would be very unnerved. Clear stares at me strangely for a moment, then grabs my cheek and tugs.
で
Oh.
もやっぱりどこか締まりがないような。なぜでしょう。マスターともあろうものがこれではいけませんね。
Oh. That's not the right reaction. Oh.
はお前な。
No, he's reading that something bad happened to you yesterday. I step back to escape his grasp. That's when I notice Mink watching us. I have a sinking feeling like I know exactly what he's thinking. Talk about awkward.
さあ、お店の中へどうぞ、マスター。
青葉
Oh. Sorry, Kojaku.
青葉くん
Kojaku and Mr. Haga's faces light up when they see me. They run up to me, breathless.
大丈夫かお前
なんとか。
よかった安心しました
No, that's not the right reaction. They love him so much.
あの犬っころも無事なのかよ。
ここにいる
Ren pops his head out of my bag to look up at Benny, who's sitting on Kojaku's shoulder.
このガスマスクがお前がどこかへ連れ去られたって大慌てで俺のところへ来てよ最初は信じてなかったんだが本当にお前に連絡取れなくなるしそれでお前のことを聞こうとタイさんに連絡したらそっちも連絡取れねえし確かコイル嫌いだったってのを思い出し
He looks past me, scowling.
おい、そいつ。てめえ、スクラッチのヘッドだよな。
Scratch? Wait, isn't that the Rib Gang made up of escaped prisoners? Alba, you were lying on the ground for like a good chunk of the wake-up time. Did you not see the Scratch logo that was right in front of your face? Wait, isn't that the Rib Gang made up of escaped prisoners?
気づかなかったのかよ。
いや、スクラッチのタグアートとかあんまり見たことなかったから。
And also, Alba doesn't actually play Rib. Quote unquote, play Rib. Mink lets out a contemptuous snort. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I meant by the logo was right on the ground. The building he had me in was so dark and dirty, I couldn't get a good look at anything. Okay, I guess that's fair. But thinking back, maybe I did see a tag. And here is the funniest thing about Scratch's logo. It's a freaking rainbow, and it's pink. And I'm sure people who are smarter than me have made amazing analyses on why Mink has a rainbow logo for his gang of escaped prisoners, but I don't love Mink enough to go into that deep of an analysis. He's not my Blorbo, so. But I'm sure, you know what? If someone has done an analysis, I might find it and like mention it. So that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of metaphor that can be done about this, or metaphor that can be raised about this. Okay, I recall what I know about Scratch. Supposedly, it's made up of guys their leader busted out of prison. The police are barely functional as is, so as long as they don't make too much trouble, it's not worth rounding them up. Oh, that explains the discipline thing. Keeping hardened criminals in line can't be easy, especially not in a town like this. Okay, so as I mentioned again, this was written by Japanese writers in 2012-ish or so, and I will assume that their research skills were not the research skills that they have today. So, and also I don't have had enough research on criminal investigation things to know criminal psychology, criminal investigation things. Yeah, I don't actually listen to any crime podcasts, so I do not know if any of this is actually true. So, yeah, don't. Again, keep it with the frame of mind that this not. Even though I have praised some of its unfortunate foreshadowing, and unfortunately relevant things, it does have many faults. It's not an amazing work of art. And it's not entirely accurate everywhere. They'd need rules for the gang to function, and harsh punishments for anyone who breaks them. Benny is staring at the cockatoo. Oh yeah, this is cute. They have bird beef. The cockatoo turns away, like he couldn't care less.
綺麗なオウムさんですね。
ですね。綺麗なオウムです。
Oh yeah, okay. So, you can see, yeah, I basically copied Clear's flowers. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is the entire reason why I made this new expression. It's so that I could use it for Clear, and yeah, I confess. Okay, come on, get back in place. Oh, come on, you're a punk-ass bitch, too.
ずいぶんやかましいな。スズメならもっと可愛く泣いたらどうだ？
Oh, snap! Benny puffs himself up into a ball. I guess he's got a really short temper when it comes to other birds.
最悪だな。とんだゲス野郎と鉢合わせしちまった。日陰門はおとなしく豚箱へ帰れよ。
Again. Keep in mind, written in 2012 by game developers who probably have no experience with this.
お前に言われる筋合いはねえな。
んだと？なんでてめえが青葉と一緒にいるんだよ。青葉に何かしてみろ。ただじゃおかねえぞ。
Side note, yeah, that is true, because Kojaku, you're also part of a gang. In fact, you're another leader of one too.
それもお前には関係ねえだろ。
ああ？おい、なめてんのか？
I don't like where this is going.
こうじゃくくん、落ち着いて。とりあえず中へ入ろうぜ。ここ入り口だし。
Kojaku shoots Mink another glare, which Mink meets unflinching. Great. We just got here and I'm already exhausted. Okay. Alright. So, we have been going on for over 2 hours now. I think this actually would be a good spot to pause. So, yeah. Alright, so a lot has happened in this one. There was actually a lot of choices this time, which is kind of good. Because, from what I know, there's going to be a lot more choices again, once they start to go rescue Mizuki and, Tai-san. So, that is when a lot more action and a lot more... It's going to be rough from here, I guess. Maybe not rough from here. This was probably the roughest patch. What many people consider to be the roughest patch because you had to endure through Mink's, gang. So many people consider that to be the roughest part. But there's another rough part coming up for anyone who likes Mizuki. So, yeah. But yeah, now we finally got through his part of the introduction. So, yeah. Thank you, for joining. And, oh, I'm gonna plug this again. Actually. Okay, where are you? Alright. So... Okay, you know what? I might stick you over here. Okay. Alright, so... Is I moving? Alright. Okay, cool. So just wanted to announce one more time that next Friday I won't be live streaming, and that is because I will be running the manga, Citrusy BL manga game show with Laurel Nymph. This is, again, a really cool con. It's free. It's entirely online. Just make sure you register before it starts, because once it starts, it's gonna close. And if you're watching me live stream Dramatical Murder, you're probably curious about more BL franchises. And, like, I highly recommend, coming, because this is gonna be stuff you're interested in already. And it's probably, like, compared to any other con that I've been to in the past couple years, I guess, like, post-COVID, or even before COVID. Like, it is well run. There's programming 24/7 that you want to go to, because it's international and there's people from all over the world. It's interesting programming. Sometimes the programming is surprisingly educational, because both FujoCon and CitrusCon have had, like, scholars and, like, people with PhDs presenting research on BL? What? I don't think I've seen any nerd conventions do that, at least the ones that I've been to. Maybe there are, but like, you know, and also this is a plethora of amazing, it also, I believe it also has some representation, not representation, it also pulls in like indie artists as well. I do believe there's like an indie panel at some point, I think, if I recall correctly, and yeah, it has cool guests, it has cool panels, it has cool programming, it's also like fairly not safe for work. Do disclaimer, it is 18 plus, please be an adult, because a lot of it is completely uncensored. My manga game show, that is uncensored. So, it will be, like, we call it a citrusy BL manga game show, it's also spicy. You might notice a lemon. We have actually upgraded it to grapefruit since I took the screenshot. But, yeah, it is wholly uncensored. So you get to see that without my stupid censor bar. So, yeah, come to CitrusCon, make sure you get your registration in before it starts, and hopefully you have a good time. So, yeah. Alright, so... Oops, that's... Yeah. Alright. Alright. And thank you for anyone who stuck around to watch the entire stream, or listen to the entire stream if you're just watching this in the background. And thank you for the people who are helping me make decisions on other social media. And yeah, next time, the story is just gonna keep getting rougher. Yay! More trauma. So, alright, thanks for joining, and bye!